Hey sightseers, Sightseeing Sally here. Since we are here, I thought I'd show you something you might find interesting. You know what that pile of rocks signifies? That's actually the spot where I buried a dog that had been left to die out here in the desert. Now I know this sounds kind of gruesome, not exactly something you write home about, but if you haven't figured out by now, I've spent a lot of time down here prior to this trip, and that just happens to be one of many memories, including this RV park where we lived for several months the first time we came out here. I see not much has changed since we were here last. What I really wanted to show you though is this. Out there's the birthplace of Sightseeing Sally. Right out there is where I shot my very first video. I remember being so nervous, and I have no idea why. I was basically all by myself out in the middle of nowhere, and yet if you listen closely you could hear my voice trembling, and you know, I was shaking. I didn't even have the camera held right. So yeah, this place is kind of special to me. I did a lot of videos out here. Probably like the first 5 or so were shot all within a mile radius of one another. Don't quote me on that, I'd have to go back and count for sure. But I can tell you that right over yonder is where I shot that golf course video. You can see the remains of one of the ball washers right here. If you want a good laugh, check out the video. I'll have it linked for you down below. But be kind. That was like one of my very first videos. And of course it was gonna be awkward and goofy and weird. And this is where I shot my first Urbex video to put on YouTube. I can't believe it's still standing. I mean, it was in rough shape 4 years ago. I can't imagine how bad it is on the inside now. Well, since we're here, I'm nosy. I'm gonna go peek inside. Looks like somebody was working on it, or trying to work on it. Because that's new, that wasn't in there. And the drywall, oh man, it's all ruined. I don't get it. Why would you put money into a brand new sliding door like that and then leave it for the elements? It just doesn't make any sense. Anyways, the story of how we came out here 4 years ago is kind of interesting. I did a video on it. Again, if you want to watch it, I'll link it for you down below. But real quickly, it basically came down to Marty's interest in a video game. Grand Theft Auto 5, which happens to be based on real life. This place here. So we came out here because he wanted to see everything that he had seen in the video game, and as a way to keep my family and friends updated on our trip progress, I started a blog called, you guessed it, Sightseeing Sally. The thing is with the blog, as much as I wanted to consider myself a writer, I found myself looking for excuses not to write. Over time, it just became a hassle to keep up the blog. Even though I wasn't writing like I was supposed to, I still wanted to keep everybody updated on what we were doing. Marty's suggestion, start doing videos. And here we are, 4 years later. I'm still doing them. It hasn't been an easy 4 years. I've had to take a few breaks in there, one of which some of you might recall I thought was going to be the end of my YouTube career. Fortunately, I've been able to move past that, and I don't see myself giving it up anytime soon. Anyways, that's my story. That's how I came to be here on YouTube. Would I love the Salton Sea any less if it was like the French Riviera? I don't know. I have a special affinity for places that are abandoned, forgotten, misunderstood. So I think there's a special connection here, both because it's the birthplace of my channel and because it's the way it is. If you enjoyed the vid, make sure you give it a big old thumbs up. They are free. Help your favorite YouTuber out. Share the Sightseeing Sally video on your social media accounts. I know you got them. And as always, I'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment in the comment section below. Until next time, this is Sightseeing Sally. Special thanks goes out to all our fellow sightseers here on Patreon and PayPal. Without you, these videos wouldn't be possible.